Knicks family, what's poppin' is your boy. The New York Knicks were eliminated by the Atlanta Hawks, and it's apparent, very apparent, that they need more firepower if they plan to advance throughout the playoffs next year and beyond. And the first thing they need to do is get a point guard. That's the first thing they need to do. And it just so happens that a very dynamic point guard was eliminated last night from the playoffs, along with the New York Knicks. That guy is Damian Lillard. According to Stephen A. Smith, several teams have reached out to the Portland Trail Blazers to inquire about Damian Lillard. And the New York Knicks are one of them, ladies and gentlemen. Take a listen to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, we were talking about Damian Lillard a bit earlier. I just had somebody reach out to me, one of the players. Apparently, a lot of people have been eliminated over the last couple of days, as you all know. And as a result, especially when Damian Lillard got eliminated last night, several calls have come their way. You got a lot of teams, about 6 or 7 different teams, believe they can get their hands on them. They think they've got a shot. One of them includes the Knicks, who's scheduled to have about $75 million in cap space, along with some picks, but also the Clippers, the Miami Heat, and who knows what the Lakers may try to do.
Of course, Damian Lillard was not happy about being eliminated from the playoffs, but he sounds like a shakeup, or he believes maybe a shakeup could be in store. Now, let's take it with a grain of salt, because he's speaking from emotion right now. But this is what he had to say. He said, we didn't win a championship, so obviously, where we are now isn't good enough. I don't know what a shakeup looks like, or what changes will be made or could be made. But obviously, as it is, wasn't good enough. We came up short against a team without their starting point guard and their starting shooting guard. Will Barton didn't play, and Jamal Murray didn't play, and we came up short. Obviously, where we are isn't good enough to win a championship. If it's not good enough to get out of a first-round series with 2 of their best 3 or 4 players not on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Lillard is made for New York City. There's no doubt about it in my mind. He would revel in the spotlight of Madison Square Garden. The fans would go crazy about what Damian Lillard can do, his heart, what he's made of. This dude is made for New York City. I don't care what nobody says. I understand what everyone's going to say about isolation basketball and his salary and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but this guy is made for New York City. I would love to see Damian Lillard in New York, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to see him here. But let's take a look at his salary, because he makes some money. There's no doubt about that. In 2021, 2022, Damian Lillard makes $43.7 million. In 22-23, he makes $47.2 million. And in 23-24, he makes $50.7 million. He has a player option for 24-25, where if he picks up that option, he'll make $54.2 million. By the time that 24-25 year comes around, or season comes around, Damian Lillard will be about 35 years old, ladies and gentlemen. Would you pay him $54 million to be a 35-year-old point guard in the NBA? This question, I want you to write that, put that in the comment section. Let me know what you think. But the Knicks have the salary and the draft capital to get it done if they see it fit. For the New York Knicks, next season, with a projected salary cap of $112 million, the Knicks have $49.7 million committed in salary, according to Hoops Hype. And their rookie salaries, approximately $5.2 million. That's with the 19th and the 21st pick. Assuming that they actually make those draft picks. That leaves the Knicks with about $57 million in cap space. Of course, they wouldn't just absorb all of his salary. They trade some draft picks. They trade some young players. So let's see what the Knicks have in the cabinet. As far as young players are concerned, you got Obi Toppin, Manuel Quickly, Kevin Knox, and yes, they could trade Luca Vildoza. Remember, Luca Vildoza was signed on a multi-year contract where the first year, this year, was guaranteed, and then the following years are non-guaranteed. But they're able to use him in a trade. As far as draft picks, this year, 2021, the Knicks have the 19th, the 21st, the 32nd, and the 58th draft pick. Of course, only the 19th and the 21st are guaranteed salaries that the Knicks would have to pay. In 2022, they have their first and their second round draft pick. And in 2023, they have 2 first round draft picks. One of theirs and one from the Dallas Mavericks. The pick that's coming from the Dallas Mavericks is top 10 protected, and there's some other protections along with that pick. They also have 8 second-round picks in 2023. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks have draft capital to get it done. They have salary cap to absorb his contract without having to move Julius Randle or R.J. Barrett. Because that $49.7 million in committed salary includes Julius Randle. The Knicks picking up his $20 million option. It can be done. They'd give up a lot, but it can be done. But let's not act like the Knicks do not need somebody of Damian Lillard's caliber on this basketball team, because we've seen the Knicks offense in the playoffs crumble. It crumbled. Julius Randle, he didn't have answers. He couldn't get it done. Derrick Rose is great, but he needs to be preserved. R.J. Barrett's not ready. He's only 20 years old. He's got a lot of time to grow and become ready, but he's not ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Damian Lillard would be a monster in New York City. He's built for Madison Square Garden. He's not afraid of the lights. He's not going to succumb to the pressure. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. The Knicks put a call in to Damian Lillard. We'll see if they're serious about getting it done. There's going to be a lot of options on the point guard market, and we'll go over it throughout the offseason. Chris Paul could be on the market. Dennis Schroeder's on the market. Kyle Lowry is going to be on the market. Some guys out there. I don't know if any of them pack what Damian Lillard packs. Anyway, I'll talk to you next time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here.